Now we're getting level 125 gear. You are Teha, yes? Pray address me as Ysael, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way to Dravania then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo forest. There's a Chocobo forest? I can't wait to see that. What's this little nook and cranny over here? Oh, never mind. I'd have to go around to get to that side.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path of Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest we take a rest at the village up ahead and see what we're properly provisioned. There's a village here? But I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild Chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marschamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being in a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we're to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Chocobo Forest hype. Never thought I'd actually be in a forest full of chocobos. The fact that I even have the option to kill them seems wrong to me. Oh, they aggro. Oh, they aggro. It's like, do not go any closer than 6 feet of me, dude. Need my personal space. Well, tied my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh ho, and if it ain't the lovely Ysayle. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Mars Champ, that it has. Estinian in the background there, chilling on the wall. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Somal. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. Dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Ysayle not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Calum trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Ysayle here, but dragons ain't the only things you need to keep an eye out for. Especially if you're set in the hidden west. The Chocobo trying to get into the camera. Sure. See, you've been making the rounds getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I'm overseeing 3 camps set up to the east, but the lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight. And I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leonolf, Gwynareth, and Aimbert. I'm just gonna call him Aimbert. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you, the bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megalo crab and taught the thing how to walk on 2 legs. The fuck? They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive as late. sending out war parties and mobs in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. When they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. It would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here, in Dravania? Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Racefilgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marshchamp found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals, but I interrupted you. You were saying that Nath were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush of some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Som Al and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Som Al, shall we? Well, paint me yellow and call me a chocobo. What is it with people calling... Well, the other guy was like... forget it. They have sayings for themselves. It's like... That's Millith's sightseeing log you've gathered there. Oh, wait. I haven't even started. What was the... Whatever the hotkey I put down for the sightseeing log. I have done none of that. Absolutely none of that. This sounds like a challenge, do it. Forgive me, I got carried away for a moment. I'm Kester Ironheart, cousin to Millith and an explorer of sorts, like most of my extended family. When I last spoke with Millith, she told me of an adventure with a keen case of wanderlust. An adventure that I know now to be you. Let's say you lend me your log for a moment. Don't worry, I won't eat it or anything. Do it. There, and yes, there. That should do it, I reckon. It's no secret that Ishgard is home to some of the most remarkable sights in our realm. Mind you, I've not seen them all myself, but I certainly know where they might be found, and now so do you, thanks to the notes and rumors I've seen fit to jot down in your sightseeing log. Yes, scores of stunning vistas are just waiting to be discovered. Your legs will not carry you to all of them, though. Should you find a particular spot out of reach, you might consider taking to the skies atop a black-feathered bird. Oh-ho, but if I were to say more, I would be robbing you of the joy of discovering these spectacular views of yourself. Godspeed, my fellow explorer, and may this moment mark the beginning of a tour of wonder. Heavensward entries have been added to your sightseeing log. Alright. ARR sightseeing logs a pitta. I work on it sometimes when I'm in impossible queues. I think Heavensward is a little easier, but I haven't started working on it yet. There is like... Holy shit. If the purple blue ones are Heavensward, they expanded on it a lot. But yeah, like I said, I've done none of it, but eventually I will. I just have no idea when. The explorer in me will definitely want to see it done, though. Oh, the difference in sound when you get under a building. That's actually a neat sound effect. But yeah, let me... What is it? This Hey Soul Crystal. This is part of the Paladin bit. So let's see what's up. Appreciate you coming this way, Constate. I know it must seem a little odd. Frankly, it's been strange from the start. Who sends a missive with provisions when we got Mughals running about who can do it faster? Not to mention the fact that bandits have been raiding caravans to Tailfeather for weeks. If it weren't for them moving on, this latest shipment would have likely never arrived. Any road. From what I can tell, it was languishing in someone's storeroom for a while. Better late than never, huh? It's your friend's wish that you come all this way. Read it for yourself and you'll see. I left you a gift near the 100th rose. Take it and become the man you were destined to be. Curious fellow, this Sogsakil. Any road, if I were you, I'd head north and find whatever it is before someone else does. Thanks, my friend. I shall do just that. I'm curious, like, they're because I never, your character never gets to witness it. Like, Constant and Sogsakil's relationship seemed, well bonded enough for him to, like, for Sogsakil to be like, you know what? Someday you're gonna be a proper paladin. Let's head towards those and see what we find, Teha. Very interested to see how this goes out. Let me also remind myself that this is... We are hell pressed to get this done, so we can fly in all the lands in Heavensward. I'm into it. I like how these are collectibles that you find through exploring, some through quest lines, and some through side quests, which for my character and even for my alt character, I have not done that many, definitely not much of anything side quest wise on my alt. On my main, I did a few in the beginning, stopped, and I haven't really touched any of them. So like on old sections of the map in Realm Reborn type continents, you will see like loads of these symbols out on the map, which is great for me. It gives me something to do when I guess the MSQ runs out. We'll see if that ever gets to there. Hopefully it does before at least the Endwalker beta, the early access, whatever that is. So uncharted lands here. Okay, so I'm gonna do this now. You know what? We're gonna do this now. Oh, they nice of them to minimize the older content. But yeah, I haven't read up on any of this, so we'll see how this goes. I just, you know, it's there. I skipped it last stream, but now I'm ready for God knows what. Alright, we got ice bombs. Ice birds. I remember, like, passing through the front of this fortress when we were exploring last stream. Alright. Hopefully there's no, like, extra trickery that I have to know ahead of time to succeed, you know? Sorry, I haven't been talking. I tend to over-focus when I lead a group in a place I've never been. We gotta fight an eagle. It looks beautiful, though. Oh, wow. Slave. On this goal, make sure you are on the outside edge behind a rock. Well, we did it. I don't think the attack that I'm apparently supposed to avoid, according to the in-game chat, it was never fast enough, but we got it done. Well, there's that. So, what would I have to do? God, the way back is so far off. Well, it's done, so it's whatever. We'll get back to it. That's Paladin. Some bad news. This is for... Okay, so another current. So let's head over south then. After I heal up. They're saying this way. Oh. Did I attune to this already? I did. Well, it was actually fairly simple. It's just that last almost said fart. That last boss fight was easy, but like the attack it was doing, because someone in chat was kind of like tutoring us on it. So the attack was meant to be, it casts it, you hide behind a rock, and then it's cast and you're protected. But like, I didn't know that you're supposed to stay behind the rock throughout the whole animation of like the center of the arena twirling around in winds and all that. But I thought once it's cast and it can't do anything to me. But I guess that's something I would know if I had done it before. So cool dungeon anyways. Alright, we're meant to be left. I love that we're able to actually go to Chocobo Land. That's so, like, it's so obvious. Like, obviously there's gonna be Chocobos that aren't tamed, but to actually be here. Aye, things are going well enough. Been running into a bit of trouble with those giant bugs in the woods, though. Oh, I just speak with them. Okay. Alright, so they're all over. And we go northeast. As northeast as we can get. Did I get anything out of that? Guardian Chaplain's gloves. I think I've seen that already. Did I get that some other stream? It actually goes well with my outfit. Like the extremities have that sort of pattern, which I like. But if like I do this and then I find some arms that have a golden brown to them, that might work out better. Either way, that's that's my way of saying I'm keeping it and putting it in the glamour dresser. Take care of that later. I see you behind that tent. Wonder if there's gonna be an Aether turret that's gonna require you to go to some raiding content. What's this about? Worse than dragons. Oh, this is MSQ stuff. Alright. We just keep going to different spots and killing things. What was that meant to be anyways? Marching cultivator. Alright. I guess somewhere around here. You can go up. Really? This is just gonna be a dead little nook and cranny? My god. Alright. This, no one, if you don't know, you're not gonna understand why this is funny to me. That's just, that is just, all you need is a different letter at the beginning, and that's actually somebody. Oh boy. I had no idea Mandersnatch was so popular in this game. Who would have thunk it? Had ourselves a bit of an incident the other day. Some fiend came stomping out of the tree line and gobbled up one of our fresh caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. If we were going to keep on in this area, we'll need some extra hands. You tell the chief that. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. So that's that then, but then we've got some more stuff to take care of. Actually, what's with done though? Like, what's... Okay, well, I'm alright with getting on with what we've done so far. And then we'll head on over. Speak with Constant. I wonder. If I do a little exploring out of hand a little bit, if I can go around and maybe through this bit here. It's kind of hard to see. I think I have my cursor hidden on OBS so you don't know what I'm pointing at, but it's a little thin vertical bit that looks like a crossway or bridge. If I can get to it. You know, as I was loading in tonight, as the stream was going for the first few minutes, I realized if I really think about it a certain way, I'm level 61. I'm only 19 levels from level 80. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a stream here. Makes sense. Well, when I say it like that, it doesn't seem like I've got much left as far as leveling is concerned. I got whole issues, but none of them thought to ask me for help. Do they think I'll bite off their heads or something? At any rate, I'll best prepare to round up the birds from each camp. Thanks again for your help, friend. Say, since you've already struck up an acquaintance with my people and all, maybe you'd be willing to lend them a hand. Seems they talk to you of their troubles readily enough. Alright. If that's an invitation for thumbs bugging the Chocobos. Well, it depends, doesn't it? Like, are these side quests for Aether Currents or something else? In fact, let me remind myself here. Since side quests can potentially give you Aether Currents at the end of them, want to check in, make sure I'm not missing any opportunities. Right, you got anything for me? No, but you have gear, which is actually really welcome. Considering how this is a side quest and it's giving me item level 125, I'm 130. That means we're pretty close to getting quests that could actually be improvements on what I've been wearing for the past, I don't know how many months. And I suppose these quests would just give me gear, all three of them, right? That doesn't work like that. Not actually a bridge. I need to... If anyone has, like, the Final Fantasy XIV mobile companion on their phones, more than one occasion per day, I'll get notifications for, like, network issues or some such, or something was resolved that was an issue that, for me, I had no idea about in the first place, so. But I think there's a setting for me to be able to turn that off, so might have to do that. Yeah, this is a quest. So I'd say... What would I say? I'll just leave him to it. I was gonna be like, maybe I'll do a fate, but not right now. I'm already antsy enough as it is to get things done and progressing through a new area. That looks, honest to God, looks huge from a map point of view. Let's keep it going. The music's very solemn and quiet here. Like, there's still the Heavensward theme that plays every once in a while, but then there's this with the piano, and so like, Even when I raise the volume, I can barely hear it. That looks like an amazing combination of bear and saber-toothed tiger. Like if a like if a brown bear up in the mountains just decided to get swole and wear fake teeth. Wonder what that is. Are those just ruins, or is that something I'm gonna get to later? Things like that, scenery like that, I'm very attracted to. You see a lot of that in Skyrim, so it's not a wonder that I'm always talking about the environments in that game. But is that just a regular bear then? Yeah, brown bear. Speak of the devil. Alright, Constant, would it be? Should be around here somewhere. I mean, maybe. Is it behind you? You know, one thing I've learned from playing with my alt that... So, I mean, it shouldn't have taken friends of mine in my FC to clue me into it. But the daily roulette, the roulettes, whatever they're called. Yeah, duty roulettes. Every single one of these, you can get one daily, and you get like a crap ton of seals, which for a while in the beginning of my journey in this game would have been a godsend, because I was always short on seals. Not so much now, right? But I can see after seeing all of this how easy it would be for you to max up your seals. Because I'm like, you know, the cap keeps going up every 5k seals, and I think I'm up to what, 50k, and I'm a second storm lieutenant. And I guess, given how much there still is yet to do, like, there's a whole section of this. But the Maelstrom keeps telling me, hey, you can't go any higher, man. This is it. So something must be up. Maybe story-wise, or gotta trigger something in the future. Is that a soul you found? By the Fury it is. And look, a pair of gallant cuses? But why? Why do I feel like I'm being led by the nose? First the journal, now this missive? There's so much I want to ask. So much I should have asked when he was still alive. Yeah, it's a damn shame. I kind of feel almost worse the more we do this quest line for Paladin, simply because I don't remember much of my interactions with Solgsasil. If he was in, like, this had to be someone obviously past level 30, because from 1 to 30 you're with the Gladiators Guild, and you're talking to that lady. That there's a whole storyline dealing with that. That's separate from when you become a Paladin. So somewhere between 30 and 50, I must have seen Solgsasil quite a bit. And there's actually a key point when I'm leveling my alt, because I'm also leveling a Paladin and also a Dragoon. There's a point where I meet up with Solgsasil in like a cave, but I've been skipping them the cutscenes, because I've already seen them. But it makes me realize, like, yeah, he was around you and he was talking with you and dealing with all sorts of adventures as you get to become a stronger paladin. So it is kind of sad that this is all happening, but also equally as sad that I don't really remember. Are they trying to... Oh. Oh no, he actually came back to the graveyard. Oh, so I have to meet him back at the graveyard. Okay. Well, that kind of sorts it out then, because I'm just gonna go back. And since it's a ways away from the nearest, like, this is the nearest aetheryte to get to where I want to be. It's gonna be a little bit more riding. It's already been an hour, almost an hour. Hasn't even felt like I've streamed for a half hour. Reached level 50 on my Dragoon today. When I get to it, I've skipped a lot of the... I didn't skip any of the cutscenes, but I was skimming through the dialogue, not really paying attention to it. But it's really good. I really enjoy what they've done with the Dragoon storyline. And I haven't done it on my main here, so when I get to that, we'll take our time with it, try to understand it. Just for me. I'm not... It's not like I'm trying to understand the lore, like to become a lore expert or make videos on theories and stuff. I just enjoy the lore for me. It's really all there is to it. Is that him? Oh no, that's... Oh, that's a fisherman. I'm a fisherman, but like... There... Where is it? I'm a level 50 fisher. I've actually done the level 50 miner and blacksmith questline. That's got me... this, and there was something here that I've stored in the glamour somewhere. This isn't it. This is like a better version post Realm Reborn. But yeah, for the fishing thing, I'm at level 50 fishing, but I haven't done a lot of the story related or progression related stuff. I've just been finding fish in the marketplace, give it to my maelstrom, and then get absolute, like, millions of XP. It's like the simplest way to gain XP for your land and hand jobs. So I just got another Aether Current. There's only 3 left as far as exploration. I guess this one I'm about to turn in equals a quest one, right? I love how it's just 6 AM on the dot and the sun's like, oh hi. Yes, I was taken this once more. My parents presented this sapphire to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented it to Uhelmeric and on his. One day they would do the same for their son. But for that disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicion of heresy, what rot. We knew what we wanted from the start. What he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. Oh god. She was a shadow of her former self. I don't think I want to know what that means. But the final result, the final twisting of the knife, was when my son took the command at the dusk vigil and found the ice rondelle to be the centerpiece of the new commissioned sculpture of the Fury. She couldn't prove it was the self-same one which had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more. No more. It is back with the family where it belongs. It is admittedly a hollow comfort. Yet in my waning years, I must accept that little that can be had. Yeah, good. Glad I did it for you. So this land has one quest related Aether Current thingy. Which, given how there's still entire chunks I haven't explored, that's kinda rough. Like, you guys wouldn't happen to have Aether Currents, would you? To my west. There it is, right there. And I think, what is that, the last one? No, not even. Third to last. So all the way out there, probably. Well, that's fine. That can wait. We're getting it done, though. It's actually a quest called Dances with Wolves. To be honest, I never really understood why you accepted me as your pupil. What made you change your mind? What did you see in me? What would you have me do now that you're gone? So it is true then. Papa Shan could not conceal the truth from me forever. He told me of Solskjaer's claims and your search. I could not believe it. I would not believe it. Yet now... Oh, my soul crystal. What sorcery is this? Is that him? I always sense when someone's watching me. It's a talent. That would be interesting if that's him, because he did have sort of the physique. Just like Solgazil. He was watching you, boy. You and the soul you bear. Couldn't have been a minion of Death's embrace spying on Solgazil's pupil. Perhaps they hoped Solgazil's quest would end with his death, that none would attempt to reclaim Oathkeeper in his stead. They thought us broken when our brothers betrayed us, when they robbed us of the sword and delivered it into their keeping. We did not give in to despair, nor will we do so now. Oathkeeper will be ours again, I swear it. We must return to Ul'dah for now. The way our souls resonated was unlike anything I've ever seen before, and I would know what it portends. Pray continue to look after the boy, Teha. Second. What do you want from me? Beginning to think I've been going about this the wrong way, Teha. I've been trying to determine the whereabouts of Oathkeeper by retracing Solgazil's steps. But honestly, how he came to pursue and die at the hands of Death's embrace isn't nearly as important as the simple fact that he did. Death's embrace has the sword. It's the only logical conclusion. So if we find them, we find Oathkeeper. And even if I'm mistaken, we'd be doing the world a favor by bringing them to justice. I wouldn't presume to speak for Solgazil, but I'd like to think he'd agree, don't you? Yes, well, I suppose if we're gonna find them, we'd best start asking around. But there's one thing which still troubles me. I think I need to speak with 100 Eyes. Why are you a feature quest? Oh, there it is. Is this not the last? Yeah, this is the last feature Aether current for the request. You have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from House Dizamel asked me to go and deal with some Melodons that have been causing trouble. The Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity, but it's desperate need of repairs, but the upland Melodons roam far too close to it. The craftsmen can't work safely. Someone needs to kill them. The Melodons, that is. Not the craftsmen. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up. Appreciate it. I'd asked for the Dragoons to do it, but they're so busy it'd be weeks before they found the time. I'd do it myself. There's so many of the beasts that I fear I'd be swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable man. Would you be so kind as to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, I think I'd be able to finish off the rest myself. Say no more. But foist. A moment of your time, if it please. For you, Constant? Sure. It's about Solxasil. Why am I having trouble now? It was fine before. Solxagil. You never told me, but how exactly did he die? You want me to paint you a bloody picture? He was murdered. I found him and I buried him. That's all you need to know. It's just that the other day I could have sworn that I... Forgive me. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't let me keep you from your labors. Let us resume our hunt at Death's Embrace. That was kind of a waste of time. So somewhere over yonder. Which coincidentally is where the compass told me to go to find an exploration current. Northwest, so this way. So across from here then. May as well cross the bridge at this point. Hang on, so from here it's northwest. I think I see it. There it is. That one looked like it was on its hind legs there. Oh no, there's one more, right? So, where would that be? 1,006 yalms to the west. It's gotta be like somewhere down here if it's that far out. Just 2 more though, may as well get them today. We already killed 3 of them? Thank you ever so much. You're not injured, are you? Here, please take this. It's your cut of the fee for the work. Incidentally, did you happen to see the farm on the far side of the bridge? Those Melodons have made it difficult to access that area, and the bridge has been left to fall apart. After we repair the bridge, one day, we might be able to rebuild that farm. Alright, well, I know what we're doing now. Might require me to discover more. Which, in probably the best way to discover everything about the new lands, the way the Heavensward's doing discoveries and exploration like this, it would be best for me to get flying before I explore everywhere, so that when I do get it, I'm not hassled by hills or cliff sides, you know? That's a dead end. And you're saying that... Well, I guess I should check again. Like... Yalms means yards, and malms means miles, is my understanding. So over 1,000 yards away equals whatever, but I discovered a new location based on what? Like, how would I even get here? This is literally just... Oh shit. There's literally just nothing but the cliffs, well, cliff sides, yeah. Unless I can get in on this through here. You want me... Okay, compass says northwest. That means that way. But then, supposing I turn this way, what does the compass say? Northwest. So this must be a pay attention to the minimap type deal where literally head northwest from the map's perspective, not my directional perspective. And if that's the case, then Well, it said 8:30, so I'm going in here, which means I should be further away. I am. So that's good. I understand a little bit more now. We're getting it. North. North means north, south means south, and my direction has nothing to do with it. Hey, I got it that time. I remember last stream I was trying to do that and I couldn't. You know what I should do? Just put that there. You're still saying northwest, and I should be higher up. To the west. Okay. I don't think I need to use it again. So this, whatever this is just like a ring or a hand or like a long dragon that's frozen over? Head told me to head west. And once you're close enough, it's kind of hard to miss them. They glow and twirl around and in position, so maybe it's up here. Yeah, there is. Sweet. Attunement complete. So does that mean I can fly? Yay! Alright. I'm happy. Now what I'll do is just explore the rest of it. Ice Dragon. Level 56. Okay, I'm gonna avoid that. So what does that, what does that mean here? Because we always had the star here, right? So this must be like with the hunt rewards where you get certain currency and spend it on stuff, and one of the things you spend it on, I bet, if it's anything like Realm Reborn, would be you increasing your mount speed again. Death's Embrace. Those bandits who used to raid caravans bound for Tailfeather? No one's seen neither hide nor hair of them recently. Why do you ask? Uldans, eh? Maybe they ran back to warmer climes. Never understood Southrons myself. Queer folk. Prone to inexplicable and irrational behavior. Like those buffoons who attempted to seize the protector of all things. Apparently they snuck aboard some of the airships ferrying supplies to Camp Cloudtop. Of course, the knights drove them off. Last I heard they had fled into the wild screaming, "Those balls!" This and Swyven whoresons that. You thinking what I'm thinking, Teha? Admittedly, we've no reason to believe that these men are the ones we seek. But we've been blessed with serendipity before. There's no harm in investigating, at least. True. Like a battlefield from hell here. Mapping the realm. I got a lot of XP for that. I mean, there wouldn't be... I guess there would, but I haven't found anybody with... Oh, there's an Aether Current, never mind. I was gonna say that I haven't found an Aether Current, and I haven't seen anyone with a side quest, but... Here's a start. The Uldans who tried to seize the Protector. I remember them. Baffling, really. Signed their own death warrants with their ill-conceived attack. You can be sure that House Halienart won't allow them to leave the Yzals alive. Death's Embrace, eh? I suppose it's possible the bandits you seek. They're welcome to help us hunt them down if you like. The boy too, yes? You can join my unit. Given the reputation, I think you better suited to the van. I won't let you down. We'll gather at the Rose House. Come, let us delay no further. I'll see you there. Sounds good. Even now, I'm pleasantly surprised at how fantastical a Final Fantasy is, which it shouldn't be surprising. Hey, you know, like, it should be obvious, but level designers and environment designers really did a home run on this so far. Wait a minute. Someone looks like they want to be challenged. Did I say sounds like? I meant look like. Can't hear cards no matter how hard you try. Excuse me? I suppose I could afford time to play a match or two. Order none out. Let's see how we do with the order we've got. Hey, I got Laniet as a card. But I've had so much success with this deck before. Oh well, I suppose you can't win them all. No, you cannot. We are not allowed. There she is. Ye gods, I knew you were clever, but I didn't realize you were capable of this. I love their little quotes. Alright, there's one more. In which I may or may not be getting today, depending on how long it takes. Count Enmo Defotin. Alright, Fulton. Where you be? Not as good as cards I thought it would be, but I am I am trying to get all the cards. I mean, as much as the game will allow me to get just by buying them in game or matches, tournaments. Excuse me, Teha, a moment of your time, if I may. I recently received a special request for assistance with zoological research, but I'm at a loss at how to fulfill it. Are you familiar with Gallicats? They bear a striking resemblance to kittens, but with wings. An acquaintance of mine is writing an article on their physiology and requires a sample of their wings for their work. Their sweet appearance belies a rather nasty temperament, and if it were simply a matter of slaying them, I would handle myself. The problem, however, is that taking a proper sample requires a delicate touch, a certain finesse that is beyond the capabilities of my men and myself. Because they are so fragile, you may not obtain a proper sample from the first who fell. But I have no doubt a man of your talents can procure a wing of immaculate quality. I realize this is a rather personal request, but I would be forever in your debt. Alright. Got the right man for the job. Glad to have you with us, Master Strife. Would that we could speak in length, but the Uldans are aware of our plans and have already fled to the east. Remember that these are desperate, dangerous men. Advance with caution and wait for reinforcements and, if necessary, with me. How fares your search? I realize obtaining an undamaged Gallicat wing is no easy feat. My, what an extraordinary find. I'm pleased to see your persistence has paid off. With this, we can resume her work on Cloudskin. Ah, how forgetful of me not to mention it sooner. This sample is meant for Atelung, the renowned naturalist. She's hard at work on a new article for New Eorzean Geographic and requested a sample be delivered with the utmost haste. You'll be sure she will hear of it. It was the incomparable Teha Strife who made possible her latest work on Cloudkin. What's the matter with you? We have them trapped. Be careful, Teha. He's bound a void sent to his will. We did what we could, but we simply haven't the strength. What is that? Well, whatever. Well fought, Master Strife. Their leader was surely the toughest of the lot. Lady Laniate. No, it's Laniat. Laniat. It could be Laniate. Lady Laniat will be pleased to learn of our success. I shall inform her at once. What have you got there? Armed gear common to the Sultan Sworn Elite. I don't like it. Gallant gauntlets. Why would a member of Death's Embrace be carrying these? There's no way he could have possibly planned this. It's too elaborate. Nay, impossible. What other explanation could there be? We should return to Falcon's Nest. After all that, nothing has happened. Well, some things have happened, but I guess I gotta kill this guy. I really like how this was designed as an animal. Oh, hi, Watson. Before we cornered the leader, we came across their camp. It was plain to see that they had fallen on hard times, hence why they resorted to common banditry to survive. But isn't it strange when you think about it? I mean, if they had Oathkeeper, why not simply sell it? Surely someone would have been willing to pay for it. I'm beginning to wonder if Solzagil succeeded in reclaiming the sword, or if Death's Embrace ever had it at all. And by the Fury, what to make of these pieces of armor? You know, just because you find armor constant, it doesn't mean that you just get to wear it. It could be a key item. Like, imagine if Constant just decides, you know what? Every piece of gear, I don't care how important it is to someone else, whether it progresses a quest line, I'm either gonna wear it or vendor it. That'll be a disaster. Whatever remnants of Death's Embrace there may be will stay in hiding for some time, I should think. But should they dare to reveal themselves, we will finish what we started, as Solzagil intended. Sure. I mean, I think I get a new move just now. I'm glad I got the screenshot just as I was like, A banded chest containing a complete set of Creed armor. Cannot be used in instance areas. Well, obviously not, but once I open it, I can use the gear. Terrible news, Teha. 100 Eyes has been gravely wounded. There were wolves and he fought them off as best he could, but by the time the sentries came to his aid, I went to see him earlier, but he turned me away and bid me fetch you. For the life of me, I cannot imagine why. You alright, man? I will do what I can to ease his suffering. Cough. Wheeze. Wolves. Swiven wolves. What is it with this game and coughing and wheezing? And laughing and yelling and wheezing? Reckon I've earned it. So, time to settle one last account. Go to Sogsagil's grave. Dig it up. Take what you find and give it to the boy. Won't make up for what I did to my sworn brothers, but perhaps it'll go a ways towards redressing the balance. Wheeze. Of course, what we've done to the boy ain't hardly defensible, no matter what he says. I'm sorry, what? Won't make up what I did to my sworn brothers, but perhaps it'll go a ways towards redressing the balance. Of course, what we've done to the boy ain't hardly defensible, no matter what he says. Why am I digging in his grave? Several foams beneath the cold, hard earth. You find not a coffin, but a small chest containing a gallant surcoat. What have you done? But how can this be? Why would 100 Eyes lie to us? That bastard, I will have answers from them both. Come, we're going back to Falcon's Nest. I mean, don't be too hard on him. He's not doing so hot. He's gone? Papa Shan. Rest in peace, brother. We're too late. Genlins and I had grown worried that it has come to this. I'm sorry. There was nothing more to be done. God's damn it all. We must have words, Constant. I go to Landscape. Look for me there. What was it all for? Alright, Papa Shan, what's this about, man? My comrade wishes to explain himself. Yeah, so he's alive. I figured. Why the lies, Sogsagil? Was this all just some game to you? I had my reasons, as you will soon learn. That's a rather odd way of apologizing, Sogsagil. I suggest you try again. I'm sorry for deceiving you, Constant. Faking your death, constructing an elaborate scenario for me to find your armor. To be honest, I'm as astonished as I am offended. How could you have possibly orchestrated everything so perfectly? Doesn't matter how I did it. What matters is why I did it. Oathkeeper is but a sword, Constant. True oaths are not forged in steel, they are sworn in the heart. To merely reclaim the sword will not suffice. It must be won by a worthy paladin. Only then will it and our order be restored to its former glory. I don't understand. Why not simply teach me the ways as you said you would? A sultan may move a man, a master may instruct his pupil, but only when that pupil moves himself can become a paladin. That said, I did not account for Teha's intervention. Master Papashan, as we discussed. Very well. Oh! I'm just like, we're gonna wait for something to happen, or... The souls we paladins wield are embodiments of our will. In keeping to our oaths, they grow stronger, more dominant. In the presence of a particularly pure soul, others may be compelled to yield. But when two souls cannot reconcile, when one cannot establish dominance, it can spell disaster. That seems awfully inconvenient. Oh, you have no idea. As the discordance between two souls grows, the aether builds and the souls grow unstable. Aye, their souls looked as though they were fit to burst with aether. Wait, you don't mean to say that their souls will be destroyed, do you? By the Fury, how do we stop it? You fight. Your souls demand it. You two cannot coexist as you are. One must rise above. That's the stupidest thing I've ever... Yeah, well, it is weird. We are paladins, defenders of the weak and needy. What madness is this that we must face each other in battle? But if there's truly no other way, I will not renounce my oaths. I will become a paladin as I was destined to be. If that means we must fight, then so be it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't want to fight this. Well, I suppose we must take Solxagil's word for it. I am ready. Yeah, well, I don't know how I feel about this in the first place. Because it does sound stupid. Like, why am I potentially killing someone that could be a good paladin? Come, brother. Now I can heal myself and actually prevent myself from dying. Am I truly so weak? No, Constant. Nothing could be further from the truth. You fought with honor and purpose. Do not be ashamed. Solsakil. Impressive. Truly impressive. Intrigue and deception that would put Lord Lodorito to shame. Tell them the truth, Solsakil. The whole truth. Figured it out, have you? Do you still have the soul I left for you at the 100 throws? What? Oh yes, here. This soul once belonged to the first captain of the Sultan Sworn, the first paladin who wielded Oathkeeper. Once it shone with a resplendent light, as did Oathkeeper, but now both have lost their luster. Aye, I have the sword, and everything I have done, that I've made you all do, has been for the sole purpose of making it shine once more. Of course, it's so simple. Wait, no it's not. It's needlessly complicated. What of your soul? The one you gave to Teha when you first met. I yet have it, Solsakil. Take it, and restore Oathkeeper's light with your own. Once a man has left the Sultan Sworn, he cannot return. My soul will no longer suffice. All I can do is show another the way, and ask that he do the same for his brothers and sisters. But he does not yet stand above all others. Not until he has bested me. Draw your sword, Teha. The time has come. Nodders, nodders. I'm just like, okay. I can't interrupt that. Yes. Yes! I kicked your ass, what are you happy about? At long last, a paladin who can make it shine again. Behold, Oathkeeper, bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan's Sworn, stolen under my watch by the minions of the Monetarists. For years I sought to reclaim it, to redeem myself for my failure. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. 30 years I aspired to those ideals. 30 years I tried to live up to the example set by our founder, so revered that his very soul crystal would be set in Oathkeeper's pummel. For those legendary captains of Eld, the sword would shimmer with such brilliance that night would be as day. Yet for 30 years I wore it, it shined for me but once. That was before it was taken from me, before I forswore my oath so that I can reclaim it. Teha, through all your trials and tribulations, you have remained true to yourself and to Eorzea. You continue to be an inspiration to us all. I know. Come, take up Oathkeeper, raise it aloft and let it shine forth as a beacon unto all. It's like, I guess I can't teach you anything else now. Forget it. You were always my first choice, Teha. Constant was incentive, motivation, though in the end he proved himself to be so much more. You're a right bastard, you know that? Doing all this just to make a bloody sword shine. Praise alone that I found a proper mentor in Teha. Well, I may not be the chosen one, but I'm still a free paladin. That is the path I've chosen for myself, and on it I will stay. Well said. It will not do for you to be so easily discouraged. Genlins, I leave matters here in your capable hands. You've done it again, Teha. Oathkeeper may not shine for me as it did for you, but perhaps in time it will. But even should it not, I will not lose heart, for a paladin's virtue is not in the radiance of his blade, but in the righteousness of his actions. Yeah? By what we decide to do every day, we will be good men, or not. Solzakil, Oathkeeper is returned to the Sultan's Sworn. Will you not return to us as well? As a friend and ally, perhaps, but not as a brother. Some bonds once broken cannot be mended. I thank you, Teha, for all that you've done. How strange that we must turn to a free paladin, rather than one of our own, to show us the way. Yet I suppose it's not the first time, is it? What? Okay, why did that go so loud? If you still mean to ask how I planned it all, don't, you wouldn't believe me anyway. Alright. I'll just blame Yoshida, I guess. So that's it then. You're leaving. Ul'dah beckons, and besides, I've got nothing left to teach you. Then I wish you well on your journey, and pray that you find happiness there. I'm coming back, you know. There's an awful lot of work to be done in Falcon's Nest, and I did make a promise to 100 Eyes. Oh, then I shall see you when you return. We should head back to Teha. Yeah, don't worry, let me just transport back. I'm still not quite sure what it was all for, but it seems to have ended well enough. I suppose you ought to get back to your grand adventures, and me to my paladining, or whatever it is you call it. Right then, it's been a pleasure, Teha. Oh, but I warn you, the next time we cross blades, I mean to win. Fare thee well. This concludes the Paladin quest for Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have registered a product key for Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood to your service account. That's right, because the free trial goes up to the end of Heavensward content, right? So you have to have actually bought the game to proceed further. You must have completed the main scenario quest, The Far Edge of Fate. Once you've done so, the next Paladin quest will be available from Genlands. Good old Genlands. Ah, there it is, right in the middle of the river. Is something called a river if it's big enough compared to a stream? Do you have like sizes of gaps of the ground that water passes through and it has to be a certain width for it to be called a stream or a river? Because I feel like streams are just smaller rivers, no? These ruins, being what they are, look beautiful. That actually looks like a large statue of the Skyrim logo. Wow. Should we chance to meet Marsichamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Made ruins that would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. The structure is in fact over 1,000 years old. It's a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. Huh. You claim this is evidence of your harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics, in honor of your Dravanian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool. How desperately do you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See? Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Teha, pray reason with these two. I grunt. Our goals are the same. It kinda is, but I also would like to grunt from time to time. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Teha's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Teha's visions confirm the truth. Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with I forgot how they pronounced it in voice. Prasvelgar will likely provide the catalyst Teha's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Well, no way in hell is any piece of gear in Heavensward gonna match up to what I've got for the Paladin. At least not until, like, we get to this level 60 MSQ stuff, I'm sure. Maybe then. Yay. I have so much more MGP than money. Someone on Discord found a quest in this game called the, what was it? The Legend of Giggity. Good for them. You love to see it. That's interesting. in the ARR stuff, when you don't accept an MSQ quest yet, and there's one available, it just names it out, right? But this one, unless it's called question mark. No, it's not. I guess for Heavensward, they may have learned that it's better to just leave it a question mark. I don't know why, but... I can tell I'm going to be accepting a lot of money for these quests. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annex and Trine. The place serves as a roost for Hresvelger's lesser kindred. I played a little bit of the Trine series. The artwork anyway was actually a pretty big deal back in the day. Excuse me. If we are to reach the peak of Som Al, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. Do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. It's a shame that maybe I'll be, what I'm about to say is about to be debunked at some point in the future. It's a shame that they don't have expansions to the hunting log for, the new areas you encounter. Like level 6 for Heavensward, 11... Like, there would technically, in that line of thinking, be a level 8 by now with Stormbringers. Game, where do you actually want me? What is that? Oh, it's just a regular... I thought that was another elite. The Nath are fast at becoming a nuisance. They seem to plague our every step. Would seem you're an idiot, Estinian. 'Tis as I feared. The road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Marschamp did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten the dragon so openly. They intend to assault the lair itself. I pray they do not. The mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to the Nath's muskets. There is no route save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. Oh. scale of this structure is nothing short of astounding. That is only to be expected, I suppose, given the size of its occupants. Greater dragon approaches. Take no pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed that I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, cannot be helped. We proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, dragoon. On my word to the warrior of light, I shall start no fight, only finish it. Truly are beyond salvation. Come, then.
Vidofnir!
Ah, 'tis thee, little one. From above I did mistake thee for a Nath. 'Tis well I chanced to look again, or thou wouldst now be ash.
Dear Vidofnir, how I have missed you. Would that I had come sooner, and not out of dire necessity.
Thou art troubled. Speak that I might know thy plight. Thou wouldst have father admonish his brood brother.
I would end this war without further bloodshed.
How am I to believe thee, little one, when thine own companion beareth Nidhogg's stolen eye?
Have care, dragon, or I shall gouge out one of yours.
You forget yourself, sir. We are here on a mission of peace.
My sires will forbiddeth me from inviting discord to our home. 'Tis for this reason and no other that thou still drawest breath, knight.
Vidofnir, please. We must be allowed to convey our intentions to Hraesvelgar in person, with words of our own choosing. Grant us this favor, and open the way to Som Al.
Thou hast ever been welcome, little one. But I cannot grant thy wish. I am bound to remain here, and protect my kin from the Nath's god.
The Nath have summoned a primal.
Pray excuse my forwardness, but if we were to eliminate the threat to your territory, would you consent to Lady Izel's request?
Ha! Dost thou imagine thyself equal to the task? To succeed where dragons have failed? "'Tis beyond thee, mortal, but thou art welcome to try, nonetheless. Only know that idle promises shall avail thee naught."
It would seem we have no choice but to make good on Alphino's offer. Why must our every bid for peace breed yet more war?
Oh, the bagpipe version of this tune. So the Nath have summoned their god, and thus is the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further your own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further my own ends. I desired her strength only to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough, enough, I say! If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the Aether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. All now rests upon the Primal's defeat. But ere we think of confronting it, we must first study its origins. What is the nature of this god? What manner of faith sustains its existence? My apologies, you are right, of course. Let us return to Tailfeather and consult with Marschamp. He knows more of the Nath and their culture than most. Oh crap, let me attune first. I saw it in the distance during the cutscene and I wasn't sure if I would ever be able to access it, but... It's a very quiet place, this. Better. Oh ho, back already, are we? Ah, met with Nath, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Summon a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trade and habits, there never seemed much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive in the north and west of here, outcasts from the main tribe. From what I understand, I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves, if you gave them the right incentives. It sounds promising, and what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing that your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the chores amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of landtrap nectar, a basket of Kalem tree fruit, and always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the tower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Then I shall collect the nectar with Master Alphinaud's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bringing home the meat. You'll have to carve it from the smaller Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big chunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot on your map for you. You've been most kind, Master Marschamp. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten... Oh, I need hardly add that the last one there is a rotten Nanka egg. Cute. Alright, you're on, Alphinaud. Sometimes I jump, like, as if I can fly yet. Haven't collected all the currents. This way. Well, better yet, I have to go up and then over to get there. That's what it looks like in daytime. Looks like a vampire's fortress. We gotta go this way. Oh, that's a bigger Nanka. I didn't realize that's what that was. I've been doing Palace of the Dead on my alt, and the later floors show those enemies. I didn't realize they were the bigger versions of the small things. I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without Ysael's help. Do you have the Nanka meat? Here you go. Splendid. I shall put this with Estinian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous looking hamper for the Nath. What do these look like on your... Oh. Interesting. May as well... Which one would I have to choose then? Not that. So none of those three. Okay, so it's either crit or skill. Definitely skill speed. I need more of that. So the first one. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal for some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphino. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. What are these? I'm trying to make heads or tails of, like, what they look like. Like, is that a hat or is that their actual head? Click, click. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that fill the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, Kalem tree fruit, and Nanka flesh. What delectable foods you have brought for us. Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Click, click. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you would trade. Cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. But better to live in stench than be cracked and crunched by dragon jaws, yes? Come, come, it's not far. The little steppy steps. Okay. Strangely friendly, are they not? Or mayhaps just strange. Can those truly be Nath? Were it not for their appearance, I would think them wholly unrelated to the savage creatures that attacked us on the road. These Naths seem harmless enough, almost jovial even. I would prefer, however, that we conclude our business with them as soon as possible. Click, click. We will ever be watching. Vendors. All I've got is a magma worm. Oh, but for fishing, I bet that's pretty neat. Actually, can you take this from me? Thank you. Alright. Guys got a repairman somewhere? Click, click. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Click, click. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people, and we are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored Elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us to your home, and for accepting our humble offerings. Many companions and I are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone, what strange hunters you are. But if it is words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale of the Nath's god, of the god of the one mind summoned into our midst. The one mind? These are the Nath who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one, connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky and into the hive, where it was swarmed by my brethren. And with spear and spell and musket the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely one that had fled battle with my kinsmen. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The one mind would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was easy prey. Thus did the Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. One mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Probably the, I forget their name, the Illuminati guys. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards for this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. What's this about? Oh. Though we hear not each other's thoughts, generous hunter, you somehow know that we need help. Our weapon stocks are wanting. We need more. I would make a request of you. Please bring us muskets with which to defend ourselves. You can take them from the Nath nearby. 2 would be sufficient. Okay, but let me see, like, are there Aether Currents to get with some of these other quests? The Hungerer. Rawr, rawr.